is again said to be her grandfather. So the note, again, as we understand it, Gabby's mother, Nicole Schmidt, received a text on August 30th saying no service in Yosemite, and thought that was kind of strange because that's not how Gabby texted, and it didn't feel right. And a mother knows her child and how a child would text, and it just didn't add up, didn't feel right. But now the search warrant documentation that we have claims that the last communication was 3 days prior, with this Stan text messaging here, and Josh. So there's now Gabby's phone is clearly at the center of this, and we know that there were communications that came from that phone in the final days of August. These are big pieces of this story here as to when and where the text came from and who sent them. Because I keep saying the text came from Gabby's phone, not Gabby herself. This could have come from somebody else.
Right.
We don't know. So we have it for you on WFLA.com, an updated timeline, folks. An updated timeline. You can read it for yourself, pertaining to now new developments here in the final text message that was sent from that device. And you can.
Okay, what they're talking about is if you've noticed, they keep mentioning this 27th text message and no longer the one that Gabby's mother received on the 30th. And that's because it's, since the search warrant was executed, there's reason that did not come from Gabby. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Gabby. And that's why you're not hearing about that no service in Yosemite. So that's something that, I was asking myself, but yeah, that all happened after the search warrant was executed yesterday at the Laundrie house. And we're going to go on. They just issued a temporary flight restriction in the area of the reserve, and they've resumed searching in that reserve now again. So what that's about, because they suspended that yesterday, remember, and did they get some more information? Did the parents say something that makes them believe, this is true this time? Because it felt like a wild goose chase to many people, and just that they were being misled in order to, either let Brian escape somewhere, hide somewhere, get somewhere else, while the police are searching this 25,000 acre reserve. So, yeah. Just trying to put something in here. We're going to see, now they were supposed to have a press conference at 1 o'clock from his attorney, and I just heard that there may be a press conference happening, and I'm trying to get some more information on that. So let me just want to fix our subscribers so that we get subscribers only. Just what I'm going to do. And then I'll be right there in the chat and see what you guys have to say. Hope you're all having a good day. If you missed the arrest affidavit of Barry Morphew, I read the entire thing. I think it took, 8 hours? So if you have a road trip or you're cleaning your entire house for the next 3 days, you can listen to the affidavit as it's read. All right, let me go back to our control room here. Okay, I want to see what FLA is saying. Okay, and I'm also going to check in with our Twitter guy. One second. Just want to pull our Twitter. Let's see what Brian Enton is saying. Because Brian Enton has been staying right there, right on the ground, right next to the Laundrie house there in Northport, Florida. So let me get to him and see what he's got going on here. So Brian says law enforcement flight restriction went into effect right when we were over the reserve, back on the ground, going to drive into the reserve now. So now he's by the reserve. You don't appreciate how large the area is until you're in the air. It's massive, and there's very few roads or trails. Okay, so let's see what Brian's doing. Let's see what else he's got to update us on. Okay, so 5 hours ago, police and federal agents went back to the Carlton Reserve, this time moving in from Venice, Florida side. This is now an FBI-led investigation, and the Northport police are now assisting. Okay, so that's good. So let's see. Let's go back into...
outside the family house.
As they were going over the reserve, excuse me, in the helicopter, then this temporary flight restriction was issued. Now, why would there be a temporary flight restriction issued? Hang on 1 minute. I've got a quick phone call. 1 second. Okay, that, would you believe it or not, was Jimmy, who's at, had to go down, and he's with Michael. And he said, I wanted to tell you, Michael said you need to get on this Brian and Gabby, Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito case. And I said, is he kidding? And he goes, I know, I told him, you're all over that. Okay, good deal. All right, let me go to you guys. Hi, everybody. So, yeah, it's temporary flight restricted area. Now, what can that mean? It can mean that, did they find something and they don't want choppers and stuff from news media over it? Is there something there? Who knows, right? So, we have to see. I think there is going to be a press conference very soon. And we're going to sit here and see what we can get. And let me put on the other one, just 1 second, because I think this could be a very quickly changing situation. So 1 second. Let me get... okay, so let me go over here. Second, I'm just pulling that up. Okay, this will be ready in 1 second.
But to hear that in an official email.
Timeout. Yeah. A criminal investigation is an FBI-led criminal investigation.
Or that could be related
and listen,
to Gabby.
We could be getting way too much here into terminology and semantics and the actual words that we're that were sent out here, or this is something new. And I'd like to ask our team here at WFLA to confirm with this. And but again, I'll just read it out here for you. What does this mean to you, our audience? Use hashtag HJB, hashtag HeyJosh here. This is an FBI-led criminal investigation, and Northport Police are assisting our federal partner in any way we can to bring this investigation to a close. This is a missing persons case.
Or is it? Because now they that's what I take from that.
This is, everything that we've been told
to him. Let's respond. Have somebody respond to him and get clarification on if that is related. Because he's talking about the search.
Muting our microphones here for a second.
Okay, so, it's now the FBI is the lead in this, and the Northport Police Department is assisting the FBI. So has this turned into something more than a missing persons case is what is going on here. Snow Bunny says, I bet he has a tent out there, and he's staying out there thanks to his parents helping him. Now, John Walsh is also very outspoken on this. John Walsh, who's, his son Adam Walsh went missing in the 1980s and was horrifically murdered, said that, it's not a doubt in his mind that these parents are helping him, and they're...
All right, mic's back up.
Okay, hang on, let's see what he's saying.
Curious. And we're going to ask about whether or not there's any different circumstances surrounding this case regarding this now being called by Josh Taylor, Northport Police, a FBI-led criminal investigation rather than a search in a missing persons case. Again, is that just a label? Is that just labeling here, or is there...
The fact that it's across state lines, as they brought up, makes the FBI obviously involved and leading the investigation.
It's just the first time that I was just like you, Josh. I was just kind of
taken aback
by it, just because this is, at this time, this everything that we have been told that we can report to you is that this is a missing persons case. So now all of a sudden to see a note being sent our way that it's an FBI-led criminal investigation, it's just different from what we've been hearing over the last several days. And our audience has a right to know what has been sent out from the public information officer, from the former lead investigative agency on this search.
The way I see it, obviously a body was found, and you can look at that as saying it was criminal as far as they could conclude eventually, and that could be the criminal investigation they're talking about. But this email is related to the search for Brian Laundrie.
Yeah.
And so they say it's a criminal investigation.
Let's in that email from Josh Taylor, he sent out YouTube video.
Yeah.
YouTube video that we have permission to use here. And we're going to play back this YouTube video. This is video of today now. Video of today. We're going to play this back for our audience here on YouTube so you guys can watch it. It's 2.5 minutes, and we'll kind of watch it here together. We'll kind of listen in here. Maybe we'll comment. Maybe we won't here, but we'll watch this. We'll process this new video that has been sent out by Northport Police, and then the commentary and hashtag HJB, hashtag HeyJosh comments will continue here in a moment. But let's bring up now. This is from YouTube here, and let's play this out for our audience watching at home. Again, from Northport Police on YouTube.
We take this wood field, you're going to see the trail once you get there, but this is going to intertwine. One can go straight, one can go left, one can go left. So get you out. So two vehicles stay together each.
Joe, what are we out here doing?
We're out here searching for Brian Laundrie. We have multiple law enforcement partners assisting us in the search. The contingent that they've sent us to assist with is ATVs, UTVs. We have multiple drone operators that have been sent out in numerous teams. So we'll mix the resources and deploy them out so that if they encounter flooded areas or terrain that they can't access with these wheeled vehicles, we'll deploy our drones directly out into the wooded areas. We also have partners with the Lee County Sheriff's Office with drones that operate at a higher altitude that has more advanced technology to zoom in and to see areas that are difficult to access on foot or wheeled vehicles as well.
What's the terrain like?
Terrain's very difficult. Essentially 75% of it's underwater, and other areas that are dry we're trying to clear. So we're expecting to get wet by the end of the day and check the entire area for Brian Laundrie.
All right, so that's via YouTube here. We're going to play that back here soon here for you folks here, everybody on WFLA Now, as we continue here, folks, to monitor the search efforts. This is from earlier on today. We're going to play back some more of that video there. And
so that was just about their search there on the ground. Now, what did I do with? The search for Brian is resumed about 5 hours ago. In the reserve area, they have issued a flight restriction over that area, and that's very recent development. So what does that mean? There's a lot of things it could mean. It could mean they found something and they don't want news choppers overhead to interfere. It could mean that the news choppers are interfering with drones or something in the area, but we don't know exactly. And we have to just wait here and see what we can find out. Let me just go over to, there is, just go over here. There's also some confusion about that note on the car. Now, multiple sources are saying that was a tow notice, that car needed to be moved. Yet John Walsh is saying that it's a note from the parents telling Brian not to hurt himself. Now, I don't know whether he's just saying that, why he's saying that, no idea. But that is the only person I've heard report it that way. Now, yesterday, the arrest warrant, not the arrest warrant, I'm sorry if we did the arrest warrant. That was for Barry Morphew. If you missed that, that's like 8 hours of Barry Morphew arrest warrant that I read in its entirety. So if you need a long video to listen to while you're doing something, you could find that on our channel. But the search warrant listed what they were looking for. And let me just pull that up here. So let's pull this over. So they were looking for any and all external storage devices, commercial software and hardware, computer disks, disk drives, tape drives, disk application programs, data disks. Next one. System disk operating systems, electronic mail, system storage devices, tape systems and hard drive and other computer-related operation equipment, in addition to computer photographs, graphic interchange formats, and or photographs or visual depictions. Any digital documents, notes, or equipment relating to passwords, encryption codes, and data security devices which may restrict access to hardware, software, or data. All data and files associated with the external storage devices listed above, including password-protected files, text and image types that include any but are not limited, and they go through all the file extensions, okay? that can be stored or saved by these suffixes, or they can be renamed and saved under different titles. Files that show emails, text messages, and all internet browsing history. Computer files showing ownership, possession, or control of computers, and electronic storage devices to include but not limited to email associated files. And any other evidence relating the subject matter of this warrant that could be used has been used in violation of the laws of the state of Florida in order that evidence may be procured to be used in the prosecution of the criminal laws of the state of Florida, and make return of your doings under this warrant to me or my designated clerk within 10 days of this date hereof, and give proper receipts for any property taken hereunder, and deliver a copy of this warrant to the persons at whom directed. Okay, you are further directed to bring the evidence so seized, if it be of contraband nature, before a court having jurisdiction to be disposed of and dealt with according to law. Go to the... So, and this is the other thing in there that's really... I wanted to discuss this one. The subject, Gabrielle Venora Petito, and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, left from New York State sometime in mid-June 2021 for a vacation to Utah, traveling a variety of national parks along the way. While they were on their trip, they documented some of their events on a YouTube video, Van Life, beginning our van life journey. During the trip, the suspect sent multiple text messages and had many talks with her mother, Nicole Schmidt, with cell phone communication along her subscriber number of, and I don't know why they did not redact that, issued by T-Mobile. During these conversations, there appeared to be more and more tension between her and Laundrie. A report was generated by the Moab City Police Department. Moab, Utah referenced a domestic dispute between the two. We know that. We've seen the police cam. Okay, and then this is the one. August 27th, the subject's mother, Nicole Schmidt, received an odd text from the subject. The text message read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls." The reference to Stan was regarding her grandfather, but per her mother, she never called him Stan. The mother was concerned that something was very wrong with her daughter. This was the last communication anyone has had with this subject. Her cell phone was no longer operational and she stopped posting anything on social media about their trip. Per her family, this was not normal behavior for the subject, and they became more worried about her. Now, people said, well, what about the one that we heard about, the August 30th one that said no cell phone, no Wi-Fi, in Yosemite? And the reason they're not saying that anymore is because based on what they have, they totally do not believe that was sent by Gabby, so they're not mentioning that anymore. And that can be due to what they found yesterday or something else. So let's see what else we have. Yeah, I know, Shari, but I'm just reporting what's happening. John Walsh is reporting it as something else. They should have tracked him like they did with Letitia. They didn't track Letitia very good, Shari, because they didn't know she went into Florida when she did. Otherwise, they would have seen her going to that bridge in Escambia County. They didn't track her very well. Okay, Sammy, I will. Did you send it to me, or you just want me to... Oh, okay. I'll look at that. The post. Okay, hang on. Oh, you're not talking about... Hold on. You're not talking about that one in the street, are you? Are you talking about Alabama now? The Mobile? Hold on one second. Let me see what you're... Put this over here while we're waiting. So where are we looking here? Alabama cops on Monday were investigating possible sightings there of Brian Laundrie, who vanished last week. We went through this last night. This is the one that somebody said he was eating in a restaurant. The community is more than 600 miles northwest of his home in Northport, Florida, where he had been staying with his parents before disappearing on Tuesday, which is almost a week ago, guys. This guy, he could be anywhere. See here. See, hear it again. The note on the car had asked for the car to be removed, but the family left the vehicle there until Thursday. Now, that is false. That is 100% false, because the news crew that's staying there, that car was there on Wednesday in their driveway again. So that's totally false there, that portion in the New York Post. Second, just trying to show you some of this terrain that they're in. On Deer Cam in Florida, is that the one you're looking at? I think you must be talking about this. I did see that picture. Let me see. All right, I'm going to put that picture over there. Okay. Let's see how we can zoom in on there. That backpack, you want to see if we ever see a backpack that looks like that, because I doubt he bought something new. Let's see. Somehow that does not look like him. This person has seems like a lot more hair. And he is wearing eyeglasses as well, isn't he? And what about... I don't know. Where is this? Let me see. Hold on. Let's see where this is located. So this is what this says. It says authorities in Florida said that they are actively investigating deer camera footage that captured a hiker resembling Gabby Petito's missing boyfriend Brian Laundrie trekking through the wilderness. So this may be why they resumed their search there. Sam Boss said he spotted the man toting a backpack at 6:15 a.m. Monday in the town of Baker, Florida. Okay, but that's 500 miles away. So why did they resume again in the reserve from Laundrie's home? I'm not saying this is the guy, but whoever was on my trail camera that morning strongly fits the description of Brian Laundrie. Authorities have been contacted, but people in Northwest Florida area be on the lookout. The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, which has jurisdiction over Baker, confirmed that they were looking into the possible sighting. We are aware and actively checking it out. Social media sleuths, however, have pointed out that the man's backpack was similar to the one pictured in Laundrie's Instagram stories. Looks like the guy from Sam Bass's video in Baker, Florida, has the same backpack. Okay, well, let's again look at this, okay? Let's look at his hairline, okay? And look at Brian Laundrie's hair. He doesn't have much hair like that. Is what I'm thinking. I don't think it's the same guy. Let's see. Now, of course, this was taken on August 12th. But you see how his hairline is like back here. And so maybe he let it grow in. Okay, maybe he let it grow in. We'll say that. Let me pull up his Instagram. And one moment. Yeah, he doesn't look like him either to me, Linda Uribe, but we'll take a look at. I'm just pulling up his. Hang on one second. You know what? Hang on one second. You want to know something? I'm looking at her Instagram. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Here's his Instagram. There was something wacky, but it looked like his Instagram that he wasn't tagged anymore on her stuff. Okay, here's his Instagram. He's got 284K followers now. So in his stories, let's look. Zion is proof that mankind can ruin anything, even in an effort to preserve it. Beautiful park, just with an unfortunate infestation of human beings. An unfortunate infestation of human beings. It's a lot easier walking upriver holding someone's hand than walking alone. First time out to the great sand dunes. I've never set foot in a terrain like this, let alone surfed down hills of sand or tasted sand. I got to taste a lot of sand. no backpack. Where are you seeing, do you know where we're seeing his backpack? 'Cause let's check. No. Let's see, they've got multiple pictures here. I don't notice a backpack there at all. No backpack. There's his tattoos for all that are interested. What was that? Hold on a minute. What was that book? What's this book over here? This purple book? Kind of a map or a journal. Hey, how come he's got plastic cups? Shouldn't he have glass or something? I guess if he keeps the plastic cup and he doesn't, and he's got like, they might be, I thought it'd be, that was like a, his bowl looks like wheatgrass bowls, but that doesn't look like a wheatgrass cup.
What?
No, we're just looking. So I didn't see that. Let's see.
I found another charge block.
Photo sharing. What's up with this stuff?
Yeah, you can do the Instagram and all that stuff.
We're looking for a backpack.
Huh?
We're looking for a backpack.
Okay. Your phone, your watch charged? Just watch the thing over here.
This artwork. Not a lot of biodegradable packaging for on-the-go food these days. That's why I stick with my melon rinds, apple cores, peach pits, and banana peels. Also, most melons contained 90% water. Talk about hydration. Let's keep plastic water bottles off the trail, or better yet, off the planet. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Gabby Petito, for putting up with me through Utah, a topographic playground, July 23rd. I choose to only spend my time in places I don't have to wear shoes. Okay. I don't know. The guy just doesn't... Hold on, where's the deer camera? Here it is. I don't know, there's his face, it doesn't look like him to me. And he's wearing eyeglasses. So, I don't think so. But, let's see here. And if you know the picture, send me the link where his, where you see that backpack.
I'll try to look. You guys can look for it too, honey?
Yeah.
I'll try to find it.
See if there. I heard something about a press conference.
Press conference, there is.
Yeah, when? No, they called one off, but then there's supposed to be another one. But I think What about in the police cam footage? Maybe he had it with him when he took it to the hotel. We can look at that. Hang on. One sec. Let's go back to the end.
He canceled one press conference. You know, the autopsy come out, I don't know when, maybe tomorrow.
He's got a backpack right there. Look how happy he is going in that hotel.
Yeah, I'm seeing another press conference. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, they canceled it.
Yeah, but they said something. Yeah, but they just said something recently about it.
Now it's set for Tuesday. Oh no, they had one set for tomorrow, but it's canceled.
No, today is Tuesday.
Huh? Oh, today's Tuesday. Okay, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they just said something very recently. Uh-oh, who's that? That's not him.
Is it what?
No, we're looking at something. Just don't worry about it. Go ahead. You're okay.
We got.
No, that's like black and white, right?
We're gonna come in here. We're gonna come talk to Tyson.
See if we get another.
Tyson? Yep. Officer Robbins still called for me.
He did, yes.
This is Brian Laundrie.
Alright.
So he's gonna get you all set up with your hotel room, and he's gonna take care of it from here.
Alright.
Alright. And like I said, just remember my requests. I think it'll make a big difference in you guys' next couple of weeks of the babies.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything.
No problem. It's nice to meet you, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
Yeah. I don't get much of a look at that. Toward the end, I think. Not even close. Okay. Backpack is in the. Okay, we got the backpack. We just put it on. Did you guys see it? It's black and white. It's almost like a. Did you see it? Did you guys see it? Hi, Dee Dee. He had it over the same shoulder. Yeah, but it doesn't look like him, Shanna. It's not the same backpack. No. Okay, and that's the other thing I was going to do is, 1 second. Let me check with Brian and 10, see if he has anything. We got the law enforcement flight restriction. Went into effect while we were over the preserve, back on the ground, going to drive into the reserve now. See one thing here.
Hi, can you hear me, sir? Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, I'm calling. I'm right on the corner of Main Street by Moonflower and we're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. Florida with the white van, Florida license plate, white land, gentleman,
Where's
about
it at?
5'6", beard. They just drove off. They're going down Main Street. They made a right onto Main Street from Moonflower.
Or what were they doing?
Cooperative, but what'd you say?
What were they doing?
We drove by, and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Grant County Sheriff's Office. Were you able to get
So after that call, a lot of us are wondering why the police, they obviously got the description of where the van was and everything, but why didn't they get that he was the aggressor, right? That's just bizarre that they didn't get that. Okay. Let me see here about something else. I'm going to just check something else here. 1 second. Trying to see if there's any. Let's see, let me go to sec. What? They're having one? Okay, hang on. WFLA?
There's a new soap. Can you smell?
All right, let me see what he's talking. I'm going to pull up that up and see what they're saying now.
Trail cam. I mean, it could be a little. Well, in this guy, first of all, did Brian have? Does Brian have a beard?
Well, Brian, and shout out to Reddit, because somebody on Reddit shared the 4 looks of Brian Laundrie.
Of course they did.
Because no, but they did. But it's a great point, because you have to be on the lookout for a man that matches.
But look at this. Yeah, I'm showing over here. I'm showing you side by side.
Oh, hold on.
See, now we're digging a hole for ourselves.
Still don't see it. I still don't see it.
Well, anyway, but now news networks are picking it up, and now it's a possible sighting,
because
and now they're investigating it.
And maybe it's because everyone is on the edge of their seats wanting to know where Brian Laundrie is. Everyone's antsy. Everyone wants this guy to be found. And anything that looks somewhat like Brian Laundrie captured on a trail cam or a fuzzy, blurry, standard definition image is going to be in, with night vision, is going to get blown up on the internet.
Right.
That's how much everyone is percolating
But
here
first of
on
all,
this
for a
story.
guy to be with a backpack at 6 a.m. on a trail cam is a bit suspicious.
Yep.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Baker, Florida.
What are you doing
I don't
out
do
there?
that for fun. Do you?
I don't wander the woods at night. In case you were wondering, that's not a hobby of mine, Josh. I would like to think that you know me better than that. I do not
on private land. It's not a good idea.
I don't wander the area of Tampa, Florida, in the middle of the night. Though I did go on a great
good news story,
though. Off topic, but I actually did go on a great walk with my wife
That's
last night.
definitely
and,
not the same
had a
backpack
great
at
time just
all.
kind of walking out and about.
His
but
face
it wasn't-
does not look the same
Okay.
here, and he looks like this guy is wearing
Careful
eyeglasses.
now, careful. It wasn't at 6 a.m. All right, and it wasn't
And
in
his
Baker,
hairline is
Florida, in
different.
Okaloosa County. Let's get to some more of the comments that are coming in here. Hey, Millie, thanks a lot for the comment. Hashtag KJB, glad your voice sounds better, and thanks so much for the excellent job you're doing. Hey, I've gotten a lot of comments like this. Big thanks. Yeah, the voice getting better.
Did you lose your voice?
I did over the weekend because the Friday night stream was long, and
You talk a lot.
I talk a lot. We don't do commercials here.
Right.
Josh is on the anchor desk on WFLA News Channel 8, and he gets the commercial breaks.
I get to take a break.
A lot.
Rest the
We're
voice.
coming up on a break in about 10 minutes here, folks. Marcy, Daniel.
Okay, so there's not much going on there. They're just taking questions. That is not him. No, exactly. MD. Brian had a bigger nose. Yeah, this guy is like very flat in here. It's not him. Totally not the same backpack. Looks like an older guy. It does. It looks like a guy close to 40 or so. Different stance, everything. Excuse me, I'm sneezing. Hold on 1 second. Okay. His forearm is larger and his lower bicep. A temporary fly restriction, Shay. They're not allowing the that guy that was. What, Jimmy? Hold on 1 second. Jimmy's saying he's yelling about the. Let me see. Where?
Newhouse.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Hold on.
All right, so we just got informed here moments ago, a tweet from Governor Ron DeSantis that just came out here moments ago, that at the request of Northport Police, FWC law enforcement has been assisting in the search for Brian Laundrie. I've directed all state agencies under my purview to continue to assist federal and local law enforcement as they continue to search. We need justice for Gabby. Petito ends the tweet from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis here moments ago. All authorities now are on the table, as we understand it, with this now new direction here from the governor of Florida. Again, I've directed all state agencies under my purview to continue to assist federal and local law enforcement as they continue to search. We need justice for Gabby. Petito is the tweet here moments ago from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
That's interesting because what we were just talking about is how can they search this 25,000 acres? Well, when you have the power of the entire state and all these agencies and have representatives from as many as possible, you're going to be able to do that in a lot quicker amount of time.
So now
faster. So this is going to be, I think this is a good development because now all of a sudden, like in a national emergency or in a state emergency, when they get all these resources unlocked to come help a city like Tampa or Orlando or wherever there's a big problem with weather or whatnot.
Okay, not a big, huge development. Okay, so just the tweet from the governor. So let's go back. Possible person at the field. I thought they were already involved. Well, this is an FBI now led investigation, criminal investigation is what it says. Even there's not been the criminal charges that we've heard against Brian yet. Hi, Connie Miller. I think he's already on a boat heading Cuba. I wonder if the parents could have directed. What? Jimmy's yelling things from the other room. Who has to be on the lookout for that? Hi, Mom Ames. Sorry. Sherry, you keep saying he should have been tracked like Letitia. I don't know if you're being sarcastic. Letitia wasn't tracked well because they tracked her for some time, but then when she got the other rental van, she went all the way to Florida and South Carolina, and she wasn't tracked. What you're hearing now is after the fact, okay? They would have known that Gannon was there in a suitcase had they been tracking her. I don't know if you realize that. They didn't track her well. No, Sherry, they didn't. They knew her. Okay, Sherry, I don't know how well you followed that case, but yes, they had her going from the airport, going out of the airport, going to the car wash, but then they didn't have sight of her. They didn't know. They didn't realize once that van was rented, anything. We're only hearing that after the fact, after Gannon was found. I'm not rude, Shari, but I said it, you said it before. They should have tracked her like Letitia. And I'm saying no, they did, and in a way they did track him like Letitia. Okay, Shari, bye-bye. Sorry. Okay, so now, hi Tommy Shaw, how are you? Hi Ann Cheever, hi S. Sparks. I don't know, S. Sparks, she said this about 15-20 minutes ago, and I just explained it, and then she just said it again. I don't know. Trying to explain that Letitia was not tracked well. In fact, that's people are wondering, how did she get all the way there without somebody tracking her? Well, there's some news, Tommy, that there's a no-fly restriction now over the reserves. They're back in the reserves searching. The FBI is leading the investigation now, criminal investigation, though we don't have any charges yet on Brian that we've heard. But the FBI is in the lead now. And the Northport police are just assisting. Well, then, sorry, I explained it again, and I don't think I was rude, but you said it again, so I was just explaining that they didn't track Letitia well. Sorry if you took it that way. It wasn't rude. It was just it's facts. They didn't track her well. Carolyn, do you think the parents put the car there to throw them off? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not thinking very highly of the parents. I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay, Shari, then I think we can just let it go, right? I think so. I can let it go. I hope you can. You hope he's not in Florida, but who knows? Do you think we'll get the autopsy results today? I don't know if we'll get anything preliminary. We'll see. Hi, Sully. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Gemma, hello. Mama Ames. Okay, sorry. Glad we can put that under the bridge. Sorry for offending you. Anyone searching is risking their lives. It's swamp-infested Gator County. I live 30 minutes from there. They have some reason to be on this dangerous side of the reserve. Yeah, they're on they accessed it through a different side now. My Italian roots are too much for some people. Thank you. Love you too. You don't want them near you. Hi, Kristen. How are you? You can't stand the parents of Brian. Legit, all these resources for him. Mike Fury says, I believe the parents have all the answers. I think Brian called them after the body cam footage we saw of the stop. I think parents said they were toxic for each other. 5 days later, he's moving her. Hi, Earthbound Spirit. Hi, honey. We all need to keep Gabby's family in prayers. Oh, absolutely. Good vibes, for they have to be a mess waiting for the autopsy results. Yeah, absolutely. Ames says, I'm praying he's right where they're searching and they are honing in on him. They need to find him. Yeah, it just may be to restrict the flight in the area. Yeah, it could be other things, but it also could be they don't want news choppers flying ahead because they found something. Right? They might be in an area where they wouldn't be able to see anything except from a news chopper, and they don't want reports of anything getting out yet. Could be. We'll see. If that's the case, we'll hear something soon. This could all be a wild goose chase. I live near the U.S.-Mexican border in Arizona, so I'm keeping a lookout here. I just have a gut feeling when they find him, he won't be alive. Yeah, me too. I hope he's not, as the family needed to know what happened. Exactly.
Honey,
yes.
did you hear about the people who spotted the van around Tiffin National Forest and spotted it a few times, and that's what helped they saw for a couple days.
Jimmy, you talk. Jimmy, wait a second. Are you talking about the red, blue, and Bethunes?
I'm talking about the who?
Their channel is red, white, and Bethune?
No, I don't know that. I'm on the San Francisco Chronicle. And it's Jessica Schultz is the one who spotted the van near Grand Teton National Park. It was in late August, so that could have been around when he killed her.
Hold on a minute. Jimmy's scaring me for 1 second. Hold on. Okay, Jimmy was, I don't know. Jim. Oh my goodness. He's a crack up. He talks about Michael not seeing what I'm doing. He's like, tell Mom she should cover the Petito Laundrie case. Yeah, she is. And then he's telling me something that I've already made a video about. I'm wondering if I knew it. This is crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Do we know if Brian has real survival skills? Does he know how to hunt? Find a clean water source? He should know how to catch rainwater and stuff like that. Dee Dee Roberts. Was that somebody that used to be? her name was. There was somebody here. I forget what their name was. Dee Dee, do you live out in Colorado? I'm trying to remember if you're the person I remember. A daughter in college or something. I think that's somebody else. This is so sad and disturbing. This makes me scared to date. This guy could have left. What is going on in this world? And hi, Fern. They also went cross country before in a small car together. So they had even more space on this trip. High 61 says Walmart and other places sell water filters. Rain has no... Oh, Brian, I think you mean. He told the cop they were going for water before being pulled over. Yeah, I figured that, music genius. True, Dee Dee, true. Hi, Nana Patty. How's your sister doing? Patty, Goons. I know one who couldn't light a campfire. Yeah, Chris Watts. And this one has no boots on hikes. Maybe he isn't Bear Grylls. I don't know. I can't believe his parents are acting like this isn't happening and just everything will move on and wash over. So bizarre. It is. It is. Roots, we don't know that he went barefoot. He likes to go barefoot. We don't know that if he was barefoot. They mentioned a backpack. That's all they mentioned. Carolyn, so does he rely on shops for supplies? I would very much doubt he's in that reserve. Yeah, I don't know, but now with this temporary fly restriction, who knows? Crystal says, I really feel like he was going to kill himself. Would he hike deep into the reserve? I think he's far from Florida. Mommy ramblings. Oh, wow. Okay, that's good that she's getting out of the hospital. Prayers. Where the heck is he? Okay, let's see if I can... I'm going to just go to Twitter and see what's happening on Twitter, okay? Because, believe it or not, we're getting better news through Twitter. Okay, now I want to tell you that someone on Twitter, Brent Shavnor, and I'll put a link here to his footage. And what he says is that thanks to raw 2.5K video released by Red, White, and Bethune, those are the ones that found that van parked there on the 27th, he was able to further enhance the footage of the back of Gabby, Petito, and Brian Laundrie's van to the point where you can clearly see the back door of their van abruptly close. Okay, so I mean, you can look at this and, you know, see what you think about this. I'm going to put the link in there if you want to take a look at that. Okay, and then he says, let me see here. Okay, so remember there was something about somebody digging. So the same gentleman says, as requested, here is the second anomaly some thought might have been Brian digging in the creek. You can see in the enhanced video that the black figure is not a human figure and is more aligned with being terrain. Okay, so hopefully we can put that to bed. I'm going to put that in there if you want to go see his enhancement of that, because we know, as with other cases, there's going to be lots of shadow stuff. Look at this. You know, I'm sure it's already going on. Some creators, that's all they do. That's all they do. Conspiracy, lies, clickbait. All right. Let me go back. You can look at those. I'm not sure that van door is opening and closing. That's why I'm saying just because I think it could be just pixels because there's a ladder. I don't see any opening or closing. To me, I don't see it. But people are seeing all kinds of things in the windows, again, shadows and all this crap, okay? Yeah, I think it is. It's that black ladder that's pixelating. I don't believe that's the door shutting. And not anyone digging either, from what I say. But people are going to go over and over that footage and they're going to blow it up, and you know how they do to everything. They pixelate everything and then they're seeing anything, and they're convincing thousands of people that they're seeing the same stuff. And then we have other issues. But let's see what FLA is saying. Let me see. Let me go and see if they have anything new going on.
Exhausted from 12 on, 12 off. Let's just say if that's the case, as far as the hour-long shifts that they're on, this could be the more people that you have assisting as far as bodies on the ground, the better. The more you can rotate crews in and out, and maybe this becomes a 24/7 search. Maybe the search now continues overnight.
And think about it. If you have enough representatives and resources, you could do 4 hours on, 4 hours off, whatever. I mean, you could get in shifts to where the machines never stop, the drones never stop flying, and you can cover that amount of ground when you have the resources available. But yeah, for now, it's difficult. You have just a few agencies and the FBI leading this. They're going to get worn out. They're going to get beat up. And Mother Nature's always tougher than man and woman. So to get the help they...
Let's see. All right. Nothing really going on. They look like they're taking a break in their coverage here. But let me go back to Twitter. So I got off track looking at that for a minute. 1 second. let's try something else here. Trying to see if there's So the FBI Denver has not updated since 19 hours ago. And they said the FBI search at the Laundrie residence in Northport has concluded. No further details. Since this is an ongoing investigation, we continue to ask for the public's assistance in the Gabby Petito investigation. 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov at FBI Denver. Okay. Let's check what Northport police are saying on Twitter. Okay, Brian Enton said, police and FBI are not doing media interviews, but Northport PD did provide this interview they did with Commander Joe Fusil. Then we showed that a minute ago. He says that they have multiple drones up. There is also a Florida Fish and Wildlife helicopter above us now. That's just 51 minutes ago. 75% of the area is underwater. Yeah.
Did you ever see? I'm going to send you a comparison of the photo of the van parked in that park there that they had that right there on the side of the road, and I'm going to show you a comparison of that next to the van. There's some stickers missing on that.
No, Jimmy, I already covered that days ago.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I am trying.
Okay, so where was I now going to? Why can't I, hold on 1 second. It's Lucy and Dizzy. Okay, so Northport Police, let's see their latest tweet. So we have, let me open this, open image in a new tab. This is an image. Okay, let's try this again. They just put 4 of the new images, which some we have seen, but this is one of the 4 that they put up there, and they said by land, by air. That's it. Then they had another one this morning's briefing in Carlton, where they just put, again, some photos here of this briefing. And they said 6 hours ago, this is Northport Police tweets, search for Brian Laundrie will resume Tuesday in the Carlton Reserve, but Venice, Florida side. We joined the FBI in asking for continued public assistance by sharing any information with 1-800-CALL-FBI. So they're not saying too much, but that temporary flight restriction, I mean, what is that if it's anything? WFLA is still not back on. Let me check with Brian And to see if he has anything. Oh, this is the one I wanted. Okay, so today's press conference with Brian Laundrie's lawyer has been canceled. We knew that yesterday. His lawyer, Steve and Bertolino, said it's been called off after he spoke with the FBI. But I still think there's going to be some type of a press conference today. One second. FBI Tampa. Hold on one second. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, here's okay, I don't see anything there. Let's see, let me go back to the live. The chiggers, oh, you're making me itchy thinking about that. He's from Blue Point, Long Island. Where's his sister? What's Brian's Instagram? Bizarre Design is, yes. Did any see the sick fake Gabby Instagram posted saying she was well and not to blame Brian? A YouTuber has proved it was one of Brian's family. Annie B, what are you talking about? It was proved it was Brian's family. How would they know that? It's not the one that's Gabby.Petito, is it? That was created right after she went missing? Music Genius, I believe some did talk about him from high school. Hi, Sandra Cat. You're having a hard time reading, but Carolyn, go to the guy who put out the video of the van and look at Brian's Instagram. I have Brian's Instagram. We've been looking at it. I know Brian's Instagram. It's, what you want me to, why do you want, I just had it up earlier. Is there something new on it? Hold on. One second. Okay, here's the father's, not father. Here's Brian's Instagram. We've had this up many times. What's up with his Instagram? What are we looking at this for, Sandra K again? We've already checked the backpack. Okay, wait a minute. They're back. Hold on.
As far as trying to cover as much ground here as possible. Talk about that word specifically. We need to talk about the ground here itself as far as the search efforts for Brian Laundrie. This is an area that has been pummeled by rainfall over the last several days, including a deluge of rain that, of course, occurred here. We showed you yesterday here on WFLA Now. So this is an area that is wet on the ground. Some areas you're stepping into a foot or more of water. We're talking about a very swampy, wet area of Sarasota County. This, of course, changes things considerably for search crews here. And of course, if Brian Laundrie is out here somewhere, imagine what it has been like here as far as the conditions, all that rainfall, and also, too, we haven't talked really all that much about the hazards here in this area of Sarasota County. With all of that rainfall and all of the water that you're seeing here from Eagle 8 HD, we're talking about hazards such as alligators, we're talking about hazards such as snakes, just wildlife in general. These are hazardous conditions to be searching in to an extent, and you're seeing it here live from your screen. So what is Eagle 8 HD doing? Surveying here, the search area here. Let's listen in for Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamison. You heard some radio traffic there. I think we're going to be hearing from Paul here in just a moment as far as our coverage on WFLA News Channel 8. And we'll bring in Paul here momentarily as soon as we can. But you can see here that Eagle 8 HD, as far as now the aerial coverage that we have here for you on WFLA Now, covering as much area as possible and assisting as far as search efforts here. If we see something from the air, if Paul Lamison, and we'll show you Paul, our wonderful chief photographer here at WFLA News Channel 8. If Paul sees something from the air, he can radio in to authorities also in the air here as well as far as their aircraft and let them know, hey, there's something here at these coordinates. So Eagle 8 HD participating here, trying to comb through as much area here as possible. But let's go through this here, folks, as a reminder. This is still a missing persons case. Gabby Petito and that story, the story that we've been talking about over the course of the week, and the remains that have been found in northwest Wyoming at this time, those remains match Gabby Petito's description. And while, of course, the family has been notified, and we all are, of course, fearing the worst as far as Gabby Petito, that's, again, where things stand right now. And an autopsy is being performed today in Wyoming. So we might have updated information here. Remember, when an autopsy is performed and a medical examiner, of course, deals with a case like this, it's very common for there to be a preliminary cause of death revealed. It's not the culmination of a full autopsy and a full report, but based on, again, a preliminary examination of the remains, they can determine what the preliminary cause of death is. And while that isn't official, it's very similar to a NASCAR race. When a NASCAR race finishes, you have the unofficial winner of that race. And you're like, oh.
Okay, yeah, that's what I think too. There will be, I think we will hear something preliminary. So, we'll see. But I don't know what anybody wanted to see over here. Somebody said he doesn't have any pictures. He does have pictures of her. Not a lot. But you know that when you see this on Instagram, that means that when you see this little symbol, that means there's more than one picture there. So if you click on that, there's arrows. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's two, and you can see them. So there's a close-up of the tattoos. That's her mother's account. Okay, so let's see if they're saying anything else.
So why are we back here today? Now, the first thought that came to my mind was this a scenario where law enforcement needed a 24-hour break, or did they need some time off? But as we understand it now, this is a renewed search effort here at Carlton Reserve, and if there's new information that we can pass along to you as to the circumstances as to why the search wasn't coordinated yesterday, but we're back here today, we'll of course pass that along to you here on WFLA Now. Let's see if we can check in with Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamison. Paul is in the sky here, and let's radio in. Paul, Eagle 8 HD, this is JB. We're live on WFLA Now. Do you copy? Paul Lamison, this is JB. Do you copy? And I believe that the reason for that, folks, is we're currently live in our 11 o'clock newscast here on WFLA News Channel 8. As soon as Paul is able to wrap up his live hits on WFLA News Channel 8, we'll, of course...
2, 3, 4 feet of water, and with alligators potentially and snakes in the water. So a dangerous type of search. Not necessarily what they're doing there, but in the woods. Since we're in the rainy season, it's wet and
these ATVs are critical as far as being able to cover a lot of ground quickly. And they'll have to, of course, go off this trail here and off the trails here to comb through some of this area here. But let's let me put it this way: if I was wandering and didn't want to be wandering an area like this and didn't want to be found, I wouldn't be walking on a trail like this.
No, and so I don't know. We don't know a lot about Brian Laundrie's ability to sort of rough it that way. We do know they were camping sort of off the grid. They weren't going to COA campgrounds. They were in a sense, they were not glamping, as they say. They were out in secluded areas. So, but can he handle himself in an area like this if he's even there? That's the other part. Do we even know he's there? Right?
Let's take some of the questions here.
Okay, so yeah, if he's even there. We don't really know many details about that Diane. That van that the red, is it red, white, and Bethune found on their video, I'm sure helped them significantly. But they haven't released a lot of details about how she was found and nothing about the manner of death, cause of death, time of death, estimation, or anything like that yet. Might have something preliminary today. We don't know. So what to say? Have to see here. Thank you to Shana. Look up his Pinterest. And hang on, I might have missed something. Let me see. All right, let me see. Look up his Pinterest. All right. 1 second. Okay, hang on. Where's the... Okay, let me just tell you something, okay? This account, B Laundrie 1197, is not confirmed to belong to Laundrie, but does share albums with a page belonging to Petito and an account with the name Roberta Laundrie, which is the name of his mother. So let's look at it and see. Knowing that it's not confirmed, let's see. Okay, let me pull this over and we'll see. Again, knowing that it has not been confirmed but has shared accounts. Okay, so Brian Laundrie, 984 followers, 145 following. He has all pins, bleak, wool, WL, arrows, sombrero, Rio, patterns, our house, kids books, outdoors, my heart, my girl, things to burn off, life is a trip, cookbook, enamel pen. It looks like miniatures here. Life goals. Look at that. Wedding backpacks. Strip albums. Bizarre designs. So yeah, it looks like this would be him. Bizarre designs, which is probably this looks like a shirt that he was wearing. So where was he selling these designs? New series. Shirts and tops, unique designs. Okay, so contact me for any specific size requests. So he was, when we were wondering what he's doing, he's an artist selling designs here. Now it says depop.com Hellboy. What is depop.com? Is that where he can sell his... Okay, look. Here's his account here. Let me see here. So, Bizarre Design, 33, sold, 434 followers, 611 unique designs of your favorite cartoons carved and printed by hand. Contact for any specific request, color, size, Bizarre Design. So he sold, let's see what he sold. The Hobbit bookmarks. Set of 5 bookmarks inspired by The Hobbit, custom lino-cut printed stamps, handmade stamps and carved and printed on really good cardstock paper. One size. Just message me to bundle. Free shipping. Every order comes with extra freebies. Check out more of my designs on Instagram. So this is him. There's his Instagram. Amazing quality, primarily prints of The Simpsons, Futurama, Studio, what's that? Disenchantment, Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites, and plenty of other characters from pop culture. Northport. So he sold this. We don't know when he sold that. Sold this. Look, there's that Fight Club book that they had on. They have that in their photos, and this other. He's free domestic shipping. He highly recommends any of the books. So these Stoner Pack, it says, cartoons and stuff. Yeah, I was wondering the same about copyright issues, sensible crime, right? Exactly. Exactly. He's saying inspired. Okay, he's saying, you know, Simpson inspired. So... But here he's saying The Simpsons bookmarks, designed. He's not saying inspired in there. But in the other one he said inspired. Yeah, I'm very much wondering. Family Guy, he's not saying inspired. So let's go back to his Instagram. Heat transfer, watercolor, strip, albums, life goals. wedding treats, and Oh Baby. 2 others. His mother. So this is followed by Pink Junkie Mama and his mother. 47 followers. Recipes to cook. Shortcake. So looking at wedding stuff along with his mother. And this is Gabby's. Don't try to find me. I have finally escaped my master's wicked clutches. To the others I say, join me. Bite the hand that feeds you. Vive la liberté. The opposite of lost. Let's see. The opposite of lost. But again, these were not just pinned yesterday. We know that, right? So yeah, things are. It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. No, what? Not today. No. These are. Jimmy, could you lower that a little bit, please? Let's see. Paper sculptures. You're an idiot. Mystery solved.
So she's live now, honey.
Jimmy, I'm alive. I'm live. I'm live, Jimmy. Fox News is live, Jimmy's telling me. Are they saying anything?
No, looking at it now.
Let's see.
We're waiting for the autopsy report.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, yeah, he's got life goals.
There's gonna be stories from across the country, so they keep skipping around.
Yeah, they don't have anything yet. Trying to see what. Some embroidery. He was pinning about embroidery. Maybe these are things that he copied into artwork. He might have pinned those for that reason. Oh boy, let's see. Kids' books. Vintage style Halloween drawings to celebrate. I don't know. I don't, things to burn off. Here's those 25 self-tattoos with deep meanings. You're too good to let me go. Pray. It's up there. Look. Lots of hand tattoo things. Botanical. He does have those tattooed on his fingers, and so does she. We showed a close-up of both of their hands earlier in the video here. You can rewind and see it. So things about restoring the van, VW bus, outfitting it, renovating it. So ideas. Here's Ford Transit camper van conversions. Home interior dream. Here's another best conversion, van conversion. Lots of van conversion stuff. How these 25 nomads make money while living on the road, probably that says. Lots of camper van kitchens. Van conversions. Van conversions. Yep. For what I said. Sorry for what I said while we were trying to park the camper. So he's got posts on witchcraft and occult and tarot cards. Dried peach butter. Principles of jelly making. Baby sprout birth announcement. New mom gift. Handmade gifts and ornaments designed in Brooklyn. These are all of his pens. Felting. He's got felting stuff. Crazy. Sorry. embroidery, felting, van conversions, art, adult art, tattoos, sunflowers, bees. You're pointless. Not funny. I'm actually going through a tough time right now. Triangle, please stop. No, she is not wearing 2 scrunchies. All right, let me just check if there's any more news on WFLA. Let's see.
Eagle again, we're going to have updates here regarding Eagle 8HC. I think we're losing signal here momentarily. We'll try to get you back here to the search here momentarily. Cricket Wrestler, hashtag AJB, this one from Facebook. Why can they not use thermal imaging technology?
Oh, I hear that all the time. Okay, so that's about it. I'm going to let you guys go now because there's not really much more to say here right now. If something happens, I will go live again, but I'm going to go for a bike ride. All right, because I missed mine yesterday and it's like overcast, but I'm going to go out and go for a bike ride. So I will see you guys later. All right. Take it easy. Talk to you in a little bit, guys. Be well. Stay safe. Talk to you later. Bye.